Hi there. If you can hear me, I want you guys to signify with your hand up or whatever it is. Yeah, you can hear me. How you doing? Thank you very much for joining us on Chitchat with the Stars. Of course, sponsored by World Remit and powered by Premier Time. Today, I'm going to be joined by a musician within Nigerian music industry and the Afrobeat music industry, someone that's doing extremely well out there in the culture, Adekunle Gold himself, who will be coming on very shortly. As always, please make sure that you've got your phone or your apparatus on mute so you don't get any feedback with the conversation or anything like that. And if you have any question that you'd like to ask, you could always type it in the comments. We're obviously being broadcast on not only via Zoom, YouTube, but also on BENTV Television. My incredible producer is already on as well, that will be scouring around the internet to make sure that she brings the right comments and questions on for Adekunle Gold. And in some cases, I'll be on, you can unmute your mic and then put your question directly to Adekunle Gold. As always, on Chitchat with the Stars, we try to get to know the guests a little bit better. We try to find out about what they're doing within their various disciplines. In this case, we'll be talking specifically about the Afrobeat music industry, Adekunle Gold's rise, his current situation and status, and obviously how things are working out for him. Please, can you make sure you put your microphone on mute? It's very, very important. Thank you. And if you followed Adekunle Gold properly in the last few months, shall I say, he's changed his look a little bit. He's changed his look a little bit. He's gone from Adekunle Gold to AG Baby, basically. So today, I want us to find out what exactly is the thinking behind that, and who is AG Baby, basically. I posted a comment on social media recently that had a picture of his and the old picture of Mr. Gold and the new picture of AG Baby. And I just think it's something incredible to see the difference, the very, very, very strong difference. I think it's a music decision, but as always, it's always very important to find out from the musicians themselves or the creatives themselves why that decision was made and how it feels, having that massive change. So make sure you put your questions forward. As always, raise your hand in the comment section, and please feel free as well to share the link with friends and family. Make sure that anybody that you know can join in. Send a message to them and say, we're going to have a guest on in Adekunle Gold. So let me just make sure we're good. Yes, we are. My name is Adekunle Olajide here on BENTV Television, Chitchat with the Stars, sponsored by World Remit and Prime Airtime. Let me see. Jide the Great is back on. I see you. Murayo. Okay, Shola, I see you. Jide the Great. You were the one that they were asking the question last week about why there's the Great in your name. Jide, can you please tell me why you said you just added that to it? I can't hear you.
I'm going to reiterate my point. As a man thinketh, so he is. It's good to say good things about yourself.
Absolutely.
It's 2020. There's a lot of negativity around with all this thing going around.
Yep.
What better way? Say good things, speak good things into your future.
Yep.
You could you as well, Mr. Shockwell the Great. Now you've been in this industry for far too long for you not to adopt the name the Great.
Thank you very much, Jide. Please put your mic on mute as we are joined by the incredible AJ Baby. It's your baby. What's going on, brother?
All right, man. All right.
Listen, hold on. Let me make sure everybody else has their phone on mute. Just me and Adekunle Gold will be perfect. Thank you very much. So, Adekunle, listen. First of all, how's it being a dad, and how's the little princess, man?
You know, I feel like I've watched too many videos of you around your children. I'm learning. It feels good. It feels good. It feels good. And being a girl dad, I think it's even more powerful.
Absolutely.
I am so, I feel so blessed every time I turn around and see her. And, you know, every time I try to pacify her, you know, like every time I'm around her, like I feel like, is this really me? Just
Absolutely.
2 seconds. I was just a boy yesterday. Now I'm a whole man.
And tell me, so who's doing the singing to her at home at the moment?
Trust me, it's both of us. I know. Every minute, like I try to pacify her. There's a new song. You know, I'm just creating songs and I'm singing some old Yoruba folklore. You know, like some folk songs and everything. Like it's both of us. See me does well with the all the cartoon songs. Me, I don't know those ones. Once me I sing the Yoruba ones, and she gets it.
That's amazing. Now, talk to me before we go into your transformation, just as briefly as you can, share your story of Adekunle Gold from your humble beginnings to global stardom, as best as you can, as if you can summarize it as best as possible.
That's an interesting one. You know,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like the one thing that I know for sure about me, about Adekunle Gold is, I think my story is hope. It's about hope, right? All I ever did was just dream, and then believed that I was going to be something eventually. You know, I was going to be that guy eventually. Almost everything I said into existence is happening. Does that make sense? Right from when I was in school, when I was always hustling to, you know, perform like at the podium when the school when we have like maybe like we have an event, you know, I'll make sure I get a slot. It was me and my guy then, Michael, when we're still the bridge. Right from then, like we used to hustle for spots to just perform, you know, right? Even though our music wasn't all that back then, but we just believed that it was everything. And then I was always the writer. Michael was the producer. I was the instrumentalist. So I wrote our songs. I wrote everything. Even when I finished school, when I was doing graphics for one Mike Niger Industry Night, you know, because I designed one Mike Niger Industry Night flyer about 5-6 years or more.
Wow.
Yeah, I was designing for people. I would design all of the people that I designed their flyers. I'm cool with now. You know, I remember one time that Fowles was the headliner. I designed this flyer. You know, a lot of them Burner. I've done for just any Afrobeat artist you can think of that performed at Industry Night. I designed their flyers, right? And when I think every time that I did that, I was always wondering when it was going to be my turn. You know, my turn to be the guy. Once in a while, I would beg the organizer, Matthew. Shout out to Matthew, by the way. Great guy, supported me a lot. You know, I'll beg him to just put me and Michael on. You know, I mean, our music wasn't all that, so I would understand if anyone was hesitant to put us on, right? But still, this guy gave us the opportunity, so we performed. Wow. We performed the same day. One time, we performed the same day as Shantizo before he blew so big. We performed the same day as Shantizo before Shole was a and they were just there, like just upcoming artists, you know. When we performed, people were like, when he performed, he was very energetic, you know, like this guy. And 2 weeks after, well, this song blew up. I'm like, yeesh. When is it going to be our turn, you know? And then, you know, all of these things, I was very consistent. I knew what I wanted to do. I just was following my path, and I was speaking these things into existence. It's not enough to just keep saying it. I was working as well.
Absolutely.
And then, like I work with Jimmy. I didn't say because of music, now be on the street begging and stuff. You know, I was working. I worked with Jumia, you know, and then I was doing all of these things, you know. And then 2014, just like every other cover I released, you know, Sade changed the game for me. And even from Sade, you know, getting that big song, getting that whole album done, it felt like at some point it felt like it still wasn't enough. You know, I needed to do it again with About 30. And then after About 30, it still felt like there's some more that I can still do. And now I'm doing it with Afropop. You know,
wow.
It's an interesting story to even me when I think about it, how in just like 5 years my life has changed, you know, and then everything I've dreamed about is happening for me. So I'm really, I think I'm more grateful than, I think I'm just really grateful.
No, that's an amazing story. Just in case you're just joining us, please can you put your microphones on mute? I've got the incredible Adekunle Gold with us. I don't want any feedback coming from wherever you are. Shout outs to everybody. Jide the Great, Yemi Daudu, DJ So Good,
Young boy, I see you.
DJ so Young Millie, Christina, D-Boy, Ayobami, the whole team that's on here. We're also being broadcast currently on Ben Television, YouTube, and will be on Ben Television as well. Now, Adekunle, one of the things that I also find interesting about you is you started your journey originally as an R&B kind of pop singer, but moved into traditional high life music. Talk to me about that transition, why you made that change, and now changing again with Afropop.
You know, so I'm going to say, this is why people should not be surprised that I'm doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Because that's actually my first love. You know, around 2011 to 2014. Yeah, like the only thing I wanted to do was just pop. It was like for the life of me, I thought Bruno Mars was my best friend, because I was always like, you know, trying to sound like him so bad, like trying to write like him so bad. But the one thing that happened for me, like around 2011 to 2013, it didn't work. It didn't work out because people didn't.
Yeah, I'm listening to you now. Yeah,
it didn't work out. People didn't really get the music that I was making then. You know, I mean, I was not popular. Maybe if I was popular a bit, maybe it would have made sense. But then, even me, like looking back to the songs that I wrote then, trying to do R&B and pop, I knew that I could have done better. But I mean, that was where I was. So there's nothing I could have done. That's the only thing I knew to do. So I remember I used to write like a lot of pop songs, like pop Oyinbo songs. You know what I mean? And then, but for somebody that didn't even have like great diction back then, it was a problem. I was sending my music to some people, and then they would say, this sounds good, but your diction is so poor. I'm like, shit. What am I going to do with this diction now? I'm just a Yoruba boy now. Can't be shit. Like, I mean, what am I going to say? Any small thing, I'll just say heck. It's like, how am I supposed to fix that? I didn't know past that. I didn't know more than that. So I was just operating from where I was. But then, you know, it was now 2013 that Simi said to me that, you know, I think you sound better when you sing Yoruba. I'm like, I mean, I knew that, but I didn't want to agree. So I tried. I tried with, mind you, I'd done a lot of covers. Like I'd done All of Me, John Legend. I'd done Diamonds by Rihanna. You should look for that one, by the way. That's kind of understand it. Where I'm coming from. Diamond by Rihanna. I did a song called with The Bridge back then. The Bridge, by the way, is my boy band. It was me and Michael, my producer now. We done Live Today. We done Non-Breaker. We done a song called No Sleeping on the Bicycle. That one is even more rock, So like, that's the only thing that I wanted to do back then, but it wasn't working. And Simi suggested to try High Life, and then I did a cover of Flavors Ada. I called my own Omalade. And when I saw people's response to that one, I'm like, maybe this is not bad, Maybe let me try this one. I mean, I'm all for trying something new,
Yeah.
I said, okay, let me try this something different. See what I did there.
Something different.
Yeah, so I said, let me try this something new now. And then I saw that people loved it. So I released a song called Let It Stop. People really liked it too. I'm like, okay, maybe this is it though. Maybe this is what will get me through the door. Let me just try it. I mean, you never know. And singing that one too was very convenient for me. So it's not like something I struggled with, because I struggled with pop. Let me know, like I did. But so when I released Sade was a perfect blend of both for me. The music was pop, and then the content was local.
Yeah,
that's like, okay, maybe I can finally like put everything together. Since I love to do pop a lot.
Yeah,
like let me now fuse the Yoruba and then the high life into it, and that's why I called my genre urban high life back then. Yeah. So and that's why if you listen to Sade, you'll hear it. If you listen to Paradise, this guy has been around. AG has been around for a long while. People just don't see it. Honestly, that's why when I have to convince people, I'm like, do you not get this thing? I think people are just used to the popular Yoruba songs, and then they just forget that there are some pop songs in there that are put inside.
I also think because you're such a talented, creative art guy, the art and the image that you created along with Adekunle Gold was so strong that we almost saw that when we listened to the music. Yeah. So now that the imaging has changed, even though the music really hasn't changed, if you listen back to your content, the imaging is what has thrown people off. Let's talk about your physical transformation now. Hey, baby. Talk to me about
everybody should be afraid. Everybody should be happy that this guy is buff now. I don't care what anybody tells me. Like, this is all I want to be, buff. I don't care. See, when I had my high top, I was just a boy. I wanted to be like, who doesn't want to be a man? Like, let's see, look at this BS now. Look at all this goodness, bro. This is what should be. This is what everybody should like. Talk about wearing, man. Like, I just, okay, but I mean, in reality, Sha, what happened? With me, I get bored easily. Like, and maybe it's because I'm a creative.
Yeah.
With everything that I do, like every now and then, I just want an upgrade already. I want an upgrade. I want something different. I want something new. I just want something new, and that's how I think. With the music, with the littlest of things, like what I wear, Recently, I just started loving green. My favorite color is pink, but now I'm wearing green because I've done plenty pink. I'm like, okay, I'm tired, And that's how I am. So I go through transformation every time, and I can't even help it, even if I wanted to. You know what I mean? So with the look back then, that's what I was feeling, and that was it. I wanted to wear agbada. I wanted to wear all of those things, and that's that. And then I just woke up one morning. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of my high top. I'm tired of it being so straight. I'm tired of having to go everywhere with comb. That's stressful, man. I just roll this thing. When I try, I just like try to roughen it a bit, and I saw that it looked good. The next thing was, let me pop my button. Pop button. This thing looks good. I'm like, okay, maybe this is not bad, Okay, now let me start to now wear clean shirts, clean white tees, nice pants, nice sneakers, I started to look more fresh. I'm like, this is it. Now I started working out because I was very lean. Yeah. Like, what do you want to do with a lean boy? Come on, guys. I was very lean. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me look very good. I need to feel very good for myself, because I didn't want to be unhealthy, So I started to work out. Now, I have my guns, everything is like, so the image needs to match up, Then even when I was doing even before Gold Album, there was one time I braided my hair. Yeah. I did it and I posted it. So it's not new. All this thing is been there. It's been there. You people just don't see. Let me also that's my transition. Like tomorrow night I can cut my hair. That's me. I can cut my hair, go back and do it like very low, go skin. I can try anything. If I'm feeling good about it, that's it.
How important is it for creatives and also for human beings to be very
You're okay. No, your audio went off.
Okay, so how important is it for human beings and creatives to be open-minded enough to try new things? How important is that?
If you don't try something new, you will be like you will never get out of a decorated box that people will put you. People forget people. You know what I think the problem is entitlement. To thinking that you own somebody enough to want them to say the same way. How does that happen? Like, how does that happen? Like, the reason you fell in love with me is because I gave you something.
Yep.
And if I'm the author of that thing, I can decide to take it away or change it. That's Absolutely. It. So why can't I try something new? If you love me so much, just love my entire being, not just or even it's just music, just love the music.
Yeah.
Don't have a problem with me trying to do something new. I said it in Fame, one of the songs about it. I said, everybody says don't change, but how will I grow? Everybody on this group, everybody on this call will say in one way or the other that I have grown. And that's why. That's because I tried to do something new. Let's be very honest. In this era that we are now,
yes,
of people churning out great sounds, powerful music. If I get you something very, very local right now, be honest. That's not to say something very local is bad, right? But would you rank me as high as those people? Let me tell you what I will be. I'll be an option.
Yeah.
And I never wanted to be an option. I don't want to. I never wanted just a few people to listen to me. I want everybody. You have to listen to me because this sound is global. It is. If I decide to pull off another high life, you should listen because I have built this brand. This music is working. Is a global stuff. You're supposed to listen to it, and that's where I am. I don't want to have it. I never wanted to have like just a group of people listening to my music. What am I doing music for? What am I in the music for? Like, there's no point. Does that make sense? So allow to grow. You don't own anybody. You don't own. If we'll see we'll see artists come up today, and then next few years they're done.
Yeah.
That's because they don't try to do something new. People get tired. The people that are complaining about you not changing, they are the people that will still not put you up when something that you should benefit from will come up.
Absolutely.
I saw a tweet yesterday. Somebody said, thank God Adekunle go change his sound. The guy for just to perform for naming ceremony.
Bye.
Think about how. No, just think. I mean, that's one person's opinion, right?
Yeah.
But it's the truth. When you want to rank me among the greatest, you put me on one side saying, it's alternative. What the fuck is alternative? Sorry, TV. What is alternative? I never wanted to be that. I said it before, and this is my famous quote. I didn't want to go mainstream. I wanted mainstream to come to me. Now mainstream is here. Just let me do. So every creative should at some point be very free to express themselves. The minute people put you in a box, getting out of it will be so hard.
Absolutely.
It's just forget music. As an artist, anything that you do, even as a radio presenter, whatever you do, spice it up. People will just move on to the next thing. People don't even have like that long attention span for anything now. These days, it's only a matter of time before a new artist come and then on to the next.
Wow.
Now imagine doing the same thing all over and over again. Even you'll be tired of yourself. Even you will not listen to your own stuff. It says you want to be conceited.
Absolutely.
So by all means, let creatives do anything they want to do. Absolutely, like have fun, enjoy it. At the end of the day, it is your art. It is your story. Nobody should tell it for you.
Amazing. Yo, thank you, everybody, for coming in. This is Chit Chat with the Stars on Ben Television. I'm Adekunle Olajide. I just wanted to, I saw D-Boy ask a question there. D-Boy, can you unmute your mic and put your question forward to Adekunle Gold? I saw your question. So D-Boy, put it up.
Adekunle Gold, AG baby. How you doing, sir? I'm my cousin. You be our own. I just want to ask you, yeah, like, you know, you've been so successful recently and you've been doing a lot for obviously your own brand. Do you see yourself transitioning into a label boss, signing new artists under your wing? Is that something that potentially you'll be doing?
Yeah, that's definitely something that I want to do, but I'm just trying to take my time, learn the business very well, because I don't believe that once you're established, you should sign an artist. I don't think that's how it works, right? The music business is a lot. Like even you need to even understand it like very well. So yeah, definitely. But when I'm ready to do it, yeah.
All right. I see my sister Remy Bugs is in there. Remy, do you wanna unmute your mic and put your question forward? I saw your question come up, so you can ask it yourself.
Mr. Gold!
What you telling me?
That Shopsy all the time.
What's going on, sis?
Hey, we're good. AG, listen,
What's
first
up?
I want to see the gems that you dropped here. If there was fire emojis I could just be throwing, I'll just be throwing them.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it, man. I'm very, very inspired. The question I have is, I mean, you were talking about growth and genuinely, like the quote that you said about, you know, how will you grow and all of that stuff. I really, really, it touched me. So I just want to ask, is there a genre that you want to, you know, delve into that nobody will expect?
See, when you listen to Afropop will be here like in a few weeks, right? Yeah. When you listen to the album, I'm sure that the whole world will be shocked that I mean the kind of things that I've done. Like I had a trap record on that album, you know.
Come on.
All written by myself. See, let me tell you one thing that this album has done for me. It's really helped me to be to you know how we just say you're confident, like just in bare words. No, it's not enough to just say it. It's to feel it. Now nobody can tell me shit. I can do anything. I'm telling you, I can do anything.
I believe you.
Nobody would have seen me doing AG Baby. I wrote that song. Nobody wrote it for me.
Yeah. And
AG Baby is not like if I released AG Baby right after I released Oriente that year, nobody would believe that this was me, you know. But guess what I've done? I've had all these years to listen, you know, train my ears, train my words, like get my words right. Like I know how many movies I've watched to get some dialogue, you know. I know how many rappers I've listened to. I said it to you, I said like I listened to my most listened to artist last year was Post Malone.
Post Malone,
like, Post Malone. Just think about it. What's the business between pick up my call singer, and then you know what I mean? Like this is what people don't get. If this is what you don't get, if you don't venture into doing something new, you don't even discover what you can do for yourself. Forget people liking it for now.
Yeah.
What are you capable of? If you know how many sessions I've been, like I was in last year when I was in London, the kind of people I've written for, like you'll be shocked. Who would think that I would write like one of like the major songs for Davido, for example? Yeah. And I have other names that I can't even mention right now. Yeah. I tried to write for Peter Andre last year, guys.
You tried to write
song. Like you can imagine, like every day I'm writing new songs, I'm pitching to new artists. Yeah. Even if I don't release all of these songs, the fact that I can do this for myself right now, this means publishing for me. So even if my music doesn't work out, this is publishing for me, dope one for me.
Yeah.
So again, it brings me to the point. You don't know until you try. People should make it easier for creatives to grow, period.
Amazing.
How difficult was it for you? I know you and I, we probably had one of the most intimate conversations I've had with anybody in the entertainment business. You know, to be, I think the conversation I had with you, I probably have had with only 2 people. And it's because of trying to convince your number 1 fans that your decision is right. How difficult was that?
Let me tell you, and I say this very honestly. The only person I've had to convince so much has been Shokwe. And the reason is because I respect him a lot, right? And that's the only reason. Now, let me tell you, I let a lot of people. A lot of people didn't get it. A lot of people that I used to work with. And then this is also very true about life that you guys need to know. People, the people that you're moving with, the minute they start to feel like they don't get you anymore and that you're doing well without needing them, they have a problem with it. And then they slowly become your enemies. And this happened to me.
Wow.
This happened to me like a lot. People just didn't understand that. People just didn't understand that I didn't want to wear Adire at some point anymore. And I'm like, guys, think about this thing, you know. It wasn't you that told me to wear this thing. I wore it myself. I decided to pick it up myself. So why am I not allowed to stop when I want to? Even if you mentioned it to me, even if you said to me, start wearing this thing, and I decide to stop, why am I not allowed to? You know, over this simple conversation I just shared now, like I lost one of my favorite people, you know, but it's cool. So that's the thing. You need to be, I mean, generally, see, when people say I have thick skin, I experienced it. Like 2017, 2018 was that year for me when everything was like a shutdown. Even when I released the album, even the kind of feedback that I got from people that are close to me, like, this is not the kind of album that we're expecting. You know, we're expecting the traditional one. But I wanted to sing Ire. I wanted to sing Surrender. I wanted to sing Faith. These are the songs that are very dear to me, you know. Because it's not what you want does not make it wrong. It doesn't make my art wrong. It doesn't make my feelings invalid. Every album that I've made, every song that I've released, I promise you there's been a reason for it. It's how I'm feeling at that moment, and I don't give a hoot what anybody says. I pick my songs myself. Yeah, I mean, it's good to have all the A&Rs in the world. But bro, if you pick a song for me and it doesn't do what I want to do, I'll hate myself for it. You know what I mean? So everything has been based on feelings, and I don't even ever want that to change. So now, like, I lost a lot of people in the beat to grow.
Yeah.
And now they see it. It's hard for them to speak to me anymore. You know, so and I don't say this to spite anybody. It's just it's just life lesson. See, when you say you support somebody, the best you can do is advise them. If you advise them, and if it looks like they know what they're doing, just back it up. And that's what you've done. That's what you've done. If you were easily like one of these people, this will not be happening, honestly. You know what I mean? So it was hard to convince people. And I want to, like, I have like some support. Thank God for Simi, thank God for Need and Foshi, like my other guys, Michael, everybody that's like that. I didn't have to do a lot of convincing, you know, too much. Yeah, it's a blessing to have people around, like that around you.
Thank you very much for everybody joining us. Please make sure your phone is on mute. We've got Adekunle Gold here on Chitchat with the Stars on Ben Television, sponsored by World Remit and, of course, Prime Airtime. As always, I'd like for everyone's phone to be on mute so that Adekunle Gold's voice can come out louder. Now, this week, there was the announcement of the official UK Afrobeats chart. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? Please, everybody, put your phone on mute again, please. Whoever's there, put your phone on mute. Exactly. So, Adekunle, what are your thoughts about the official UK Afrobeats chart?
You know, for a long time, I used to see, because me, I'm very in tune with everything that's happening in the UK, especially in the scene, music scene, right? Like, I would just randomly go and check. Let me even see if my song is in top 200, you know, and I'll not find anything there. I'm like, come on. We still have a long way to go. When will these people start to recognize that our music is actually like a culture changer? You know what I mean? Like, when is it time for our names to start showing up in these charts? When you sent me that thing, it was easy for me to just make the video because about time, you know, we're making waves, and then our music is up there. And I say that very authoritatively, like our music is up there. So it only makes sense for us to have our own chart now. So I feel very good about it, and I'm so happy. It's such a great thing to happen to the culture.
What I can tell you is this, live on Ben Television here on Chitchat with the Stars, that tomorrow, you make sure you and the missus listen to the first official Afrobeat chart in the UK, as the numbers have come in at 2 p.m. yesterday, and you will be blown away by the top 20. And I can say that to you as a brother and as a broadcaster, that you have to listen to the first one that goes out tomorrow on BBC One Extra, because it's going to be a game-changing moment, and it's going to put a spotlight on musicians that a lot of people would not believe have the power to get the numbers that they're getting in the UK. So make sure you, Adekunle, you tune in.
I will. I'm ready.
Exactly.
I'm ready.
So, Jide the Great, I think I saw you put a question in there. Do you want to unmute your mic and speak to Adekunle directly?
Hello.
Bro, what's up?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
I'm a big fan of your music, to be honest. One of your songs that I like the most is Work.
Yeah.
I like my Shishe. It's like a very folklore thing that, you know, resonates with me a lot. So I appreciate you. I've just asked the question. I'm on a lighter note. I noticed that you've actually grown a beard over the years. I just wanted to know, what is your male grooming tip that you have? Because as you see, mine's a bit patchy hair, right? And I've been trying to grow it for years. I went to the barbers a couple of days ago just to cut it, you know, but I wanted to grow. Well, give us some tips on how, you know.
My brother,
how we can grow.
Let me tell you, I swear, I don't want to sound like a motivational speaker, but bro, this thing is patience, bro. I'm telling you. I remember how much, you know what it's called, spirit now? Spirit I used to put, like when I was younger. I wanted this thing so bad. I would always rub it. I did everything I could. This thing came out only like during this pandemic, like a lot. So bro, I don't do anything. I promise you, I don't even put anything.
No oil?
At all, bro.
Wow.
Nothing. It's just time to be buff. That's it. That's what I keep telling you guys.
I've run out of oils.
Don't worry. It will come.
So Adekunle, now we're in Afro pop era. You know, this is the brand new album that is coming. I think the pre-order link is out now, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's
on my bio.
Exactly. Yeah. The pre-order link is in your bio. How excited are you coming into this project, brother?
First, I'm excited that I have the best album of the year.
Come on, talk that talk, brother.
Coming from the guy that I thought that I used to be, you know, this would be very different. Like, I just cannot wait for people to listen to this album, right? And it's volume 1. I don't know if that says anything to you.
That says a lot.
See, I'm really excited that I opened my mind, that I allowed my intuition to lead me, that I allowed myself to lead more than what people say, So, and then if there's anything that I'm going to say to anyone, see, this motivational quotes, they work. I'm telling you, nothing has helped, nothing has shaped my mind more in the last few months than the kind of things that I read, and the kind of things that I listen to. I started to read a lot, and then it opened my mind to a lot of things. Like one of my favorite things to say right now is, in the grand scheme of things, you're too small in the universe, like for the universe to conspire against you. So, like, why the hell would you not try something new? Like, why are you afraid? That's my point. Why are you afraid to do something? I mean, this is your world. It's your existence. It's about you. Just go all out. You're too small in the grand scheme of things for the universe to conspire against you. And on that note, my album is fire.
That's amazing.
I'm happy I was not afraid.
I want to touch on something personal a little bit here.
Yeah.
Last year, you sadly lost, your dad. Somebody who was also an iconic, not only an educationist, but an iconic creative in himself. Talk to me about that relationship and how it made the Adekunle Gold that we see today.
Yeah, my dad is always, will remain my inspiration for life. If there's any person that I learned like integrity from, like diligence, all the good words you can think about, that's the guy. That's the guy that will never give anybody bribe. That's the guy that will never compromise, anything. That's the guy that would work like diligently, and then everything he got, he deserved.
He deserved.
Yeah, it was a principal at level 14. Super unheard of. You needed to be like 16 or 17, right? And at level 16, he became a permsec. Unheard of. And my dad wanted to be a permanent secretary of Lagos State all his life, and he did it. So he wanted everything he wanted, he did, and that like motivates me every day. A very brilliant man, very like genius. And then I think I got my skill for the art from him.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, he used to draw, he used to paint. He was a painter, he was a graphic artist, he was a sculptor as well, a ceramist, like everything arts. Think about it. And then it's the reason I got into high life in the first place. Wow. I mean, every day he used to play classics, King Sonny Ade. Not like I had the choice, I would listen. that's when my interest like in high life and then things came from. But yeah, it taught me a lot of things that I would definitely pass on.
That's amazing.
And I don't think that is even invincible. You can see that I'm not the regular.
You're the son of your father.
Yeah, I preach hard work all the time. I preach like work. That's one thing I tell people. There's no handout anywhere. Nobody listen to Pablo Alacori. I said it. There's no handout anywhere. You have to work with yourself. And I learned that from my dad.
That's amazing. I think Anthony Irish wants to put a question up. Anthony, can you unmute your mic and put your question forward for Adekunle?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. So, Mr. Gold, my question to you is this. I know that you mentioned earlier in this meeting that you talked about your creativity. And I guess the main question I have for you is this, like that creativity, it's a flower that must be fed constantly. And I was wondering, on a daily basis, how do you continue to find inspiration to be able to foster that creativity? I know that for many people, that's the most difficult thing. And you mentioned earlier about staying fresh, staying new. How do you determine, okay, I like the way this feels, or this grows me here, or I find the challenge here? What is it that you do on a regular basis that actually feeds that creativity?
So first, I have a little closet here that I've been recording my music. This is where I finished Something Different. This is where I finished AG Baby. I wish I could flip the camera to see it. Yeah, but yeah, what I do in that closet is just right in front of my computer, put I use Spotify a lot, like just play random music, and on Apple Music as well. Just play random music, just let it play, and then just listen to things. Sometimes I might be absent-minded. I might not be like focusing on the lyrics, but once something just catches my attention, that's it. I am blessed to like find a spark like in the littlest of things. Like I could just be driving and then any word I see on the road is a song. Like I don't know how that works for me, right? I watch movies, some dialogues, like some conversations. I'm like, I never thought about these things like this. Okay, I should talk about this. And I'm always on Twitter. There's bare gist on Twitter. Like you can write a whole book on Twitter. So and then I'm not just there because I'm jobless, because I just want to find like what's ongoing right now. What is there to talk about? That's how I made a song like Work, for example. That's how I made a song like Pablo Alacori. If I wasn't on Twitter, those songs won't come. It's the reality. How did I make it? Because somebody talked about my fashion. Somebody said I didn't have fashion sense. I'm like, oh yeah, okay then let me talk about it. So these are the things that like fuel my creativity every day. I'm a visual guy. I like to hear things and I like to see things. That's how I grow my mind daily. And sometimes before I write, sometimes I could just I'll play songs. If I find a melody that I like or a word that I like in the song, I would just like do a whole new story from my perspective.
Around that.
Yeah.
So it sort of sounds like because you've been doing this for so long, you have that sort of trained openness to be able to catch something at a moment's inspiration.
Definitely.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
definitely.
I got you.
Even with my art, with my designs, because I still design my covers myself.
Yeah.
And all of my stuff. Even with my designs, even when I was doing it for people, like I'm always like trying to just look for something different, something new somewhere else, so I can now let it impact my own. Because I'm not conceited. I don't always just rest on my ability like that, So I just try to just pick things from outside, and yeah, it helps me.
That's amazing. Rod Rance, shout out.
And just to add to it, and sometimes to make music, sometimes I travel. I know that it might sound very big, but that's what I do. Like I had my 3-day residency planned already for Lagos 2018, right? And then Coachella was 2018 as well. Yeah. Beyonce one. Yeah. I bought tickets to fly to Coachella. Let me go and watch it, because Beyonce is my favorite in the world. I'm like, okay, let me go and watch her, right? And then I was watching Beyonce like this, and like, nah, this rehearsal.
Remember, you called me then.
This rehearsal I've been doing for my own show, scrapping everything, was starting afresh. I told my music director, he thought I was mad. I'm like, yeah, bro, kill that thing. We're starting again. And I gave me a whole new plan for how the concert was going to go. And I'm happy that I traveled. I'm happy. It happens to me. I've gone to watch Jacob Banks like different times. I've gone to watch the script. I just make sure that I go out to watch my favorite artists and people that I really love. Let me see how they do their own things differently, even as far as like showmanship, because that's one thing I'm very big on, if you know, right? So yeah, I just see this. I'm on the move, and then I just like to gather things, and then
that's amazing. That's amazing. Like I said, Rod Rance put a question in the box. My brother Rod Rance, can you unmute your mic and pass your question to Adekunle directly?
Adekunle Gold, my guy.
Yo, Maggie.
How you been? Long time, bro.
Oh, your hair is longer now.
I know. Last time I saw you was short. You remember I was complaining?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question is, obviously, artists get inspired for songs in the most random places or from the most random items. So what's the strangest place where you've been inspired for a song, and what is the strangest thing that has inspired you to make a song?
It was I think it was 2017. I was in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
And then like I met with strangers, like absolute strangers I didn't know from anywhere. Some girls from New York, and we were just on the street. I went to New Orleans by myself, by the way. So I was just there by myself, and I was just walking the streets of New Orleans, and I went into a bar. These guys were playing, like people were just like comedy, you know, they were doing all sorts of things. And then this guy with his mouth made a sound. He said, "Doom, doom, doom, doom." I'm like, what was that? It sounded like a bass line. It sounded like a song starter. I'm like, shit, I'm using this thing. Then I recorded it on my phone. And you know what? That whatever I did, like inspired a whole song and inspired a whole project. And that's what's going on next year. Bro, I wanted some, it just sounded like a bass line that's very interesting to start a song. Dum, 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 dum. And I added dum, 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 to it. And that's how it became a song. And I said, "Come on for my face." Now, let me not give you too much. You know, hey, so just see how I pick things, which goes back to that question that you asked me before. Like, just it wasn't even a music instrument. It was just like just yarning, and they just did that thing. And that's how I got inspired to write a song, and it informed a whole new project that I'm working on already. You know, so these are the things that I'm grateful to be blessed with. And I can't even stress how important it is to me to just be.
So are you ever going to try and find that guy to thank him for inspiring?
How? That's the thing. I was drunk that night, for example. Like I was tipsy, and I was just like, I don't even know the guy from anywhere. I knew the one thing that I don't joke about I don't joke about my phone. Once I have anything, I just record immediately because I know I might forget.
We're slowly coming to the end of the show. I just wanted to remind everybody this is Chitchat with the Stars, sponsored by World Remit and Premier Time. Next week, we're going to have Pato Rankin joining us, so that's going to be another exciting one.
Ask him about our song.
I'm going to ask him, don't worry. And
you people are not ready, my God. Thank you, baby.
One question that has come up in the box as well is this: how have you managed to keep your personal relationship with your missus very private all this while? Because you mentioned 2013. That's 7 years ago. And a lot of people didn't even know until you got married, basically. How have you managed to do that?
First, I say to people, if I wasn't a celebrated person, I'll still be this way. You know, it will still be that way for me. I don't believe in people knowing everything. You know, there needs to be an air of mystery, and I don't even try to do that. It's just like, if it's not your business, it's not your business. You know, people don't need to know. You know, the reason you fell in love with me is the music. Let's keep it that way.
Let's keep it that way.
I mean, if there's anything I want you to know, I'll tell you. And that's why I started writing letters to my friends. I mean, yeah, I write letters every now and then. If you're a fan of, if you follow me on Twitter, you see that I talk about it all the time. You know, so if there's anything I want you to know, I've always wanted my story to be shared by me. I don't know how. I feel uneasy when somebody talks about me and they don't even know half of what they're talking about. You know, it feels like you're not doing me any justice to even talk. Like, let it be my story. Imagine somebody just reading something about my relationship that's not true, and I'm like, sure. How do you get this information? You know, if I want you to know, let me be the one to tell you. That's it. I don't like to even talk too much I mean, about things that are private to me. So yeah, and I'm now favored to have, I mean, somebody that feels the same way.
Absolutely.
So, like, we've known each other since 2013, and people don't even know. People don't know what's going on. And I think that's all, and that makes me happy, because the world is crazy. People just want to be in your business, and people that don't need to be.
Trust me, I know. And I saw my sister Gracie May there. Gracie, you read a question from YouTube. Can you please read that question out to Adekunle?
My girl, let me see your face.
Can you see me?
Nope.
This camera. Let me just talk. My question for you, sir. Last year we had the YouTube selection party. We listened to tons of tracks that were potentially making it to a project.
I'm listening.
Have any of the ones that we voted for made it to this one? Because I loved every single track.
So the one that you voted, okay, you know, half of the songs that I played are not even making this project, right? For example, Kelegeme, Before You Wake Up, Young Love, all of those songs I didn't put on this project, right? But so between that time that I came to play that album, I mean, I got the reaction that I wanted, even though you guys didn't help me. I wanted you to pick songs, but they ended up picking everything, and I thought that was important. But knowing me now, AG Baby, never satisfied like that. Went back into the studio, started to make more songs. If you notice, I didn't play something different. I didn't have it then. I didn't have something different. I didn't have AG Baby. I didn't have OK. So the songs that made it, Lego. I called it Lego then. The one with remember the one that girl was dancing to, right?
Yeah.
I changed the title because I changed the title to Pretty Girl. So that's the song. That one made it. Exclusive made it. What else? I think about 3 songs made it.
So will we hear any of the others in a future project? In like a, Drake just released an album with loads of unreleased songs. Could we get that from you? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I got you.
Well, Adekunle, first of all, thank you very much for taking time out of nappy duties, breastfeeding, to come and speak to us here on Ben Television on Chitchat with the Stars. As always, I wanted just to leave on this note. If you have any message for the fans, for members of the press, for the viewers, what message do you want to share with people that you want us to take away from this conversation?
I want to say first, let creatives grow. Don't intentionally try to misunderstand people. It's stupid. It's so unnecessary. Like, you don't own anybody, right? Let creatives grow, because that's how people lose their minds over things that they own. Imagine, and then you lose your mind over it. It's stupid. So let creatives grow. If you're not feeling it, it's okay. You don't have to like everything. That's one. And I'm just going to say thank you for like the steady support. Somebody said, I saw one tweet recently about somebody said, with this new AG Baby vibe, Adekunle God has bought himself like 10 more years in the industry. I'm like, okay. Whatever that means. Like, I'm like, I bought like a long time since Shade. Yeah. Well, you just don't know it. But I mean, in essence, I'm saying like, let people grow, enjoy it. Let it just be vibes and inshallah, honestly. It's not that deep.
Absolutely.
Let's just have fun. And then my album will be out soon. Listen with good headphones, please. No Bluetooth device, please. I'm begging you. Because that's when you now start to confuse the sound for something else. It's everything grown. It's sexy. It's talking a lot of my shit, and I'm unapologetic. So if you're with it, let's roll.
Let's roll. And
finally, get your bad vibes away from me. If AG Baby is not your baby. Before we go, I'm going to get every man on this group on this call to say AG Baby is my baby. Egmont, start.
AG Baby is my baby.
Oh yeah, Jide.
AG Baby is my baby.
Nah, I need to record this. Hold on. Everybody, hold on. First, hold on. This is my social experiment. So yeah. Hey, what's up? Go first.
AG Baby is my baby.
Jide.
AG Baby is my baby.
Rod.
AG Baby is my baby.
I forgot your name. Sorry. Just go. Who's next? Anthony.
baby.
Yeah.
It's my baby.
Anthony.
Who's next? Don't even know.
Oh yeah, you're next. You're next. Go.
I'm next. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Who's HG baby boy? Whoever that is, it's my baby. I don't know what it is. But hey.
Wow.
I wanted to ask you a question, right? But they never give me an excuse to ask you a question. So you know what?
Okay, cool. I mean, I don't know if you have that much time. Do we?
Okay. So hey, HG baby's my baby. Whoever that is, but hey.
Nah, no. Who's next?
Christine.
Yeah, Christine, of course. This should be easy for Christine.
Edgy baby, it's my baby.
Thank you, my girl. Thank you. Anthony, you're next.
Your mic.
Anthony, don't come and fake mute. We can hear you.
Sorry, I was muted. Edgy baby is my baby.
Yeah, thank you. John.
Edgy baby, it's my baby.
Ayobami.
Edgy baby, it's my baby.
Thank you, guys. Love you. Oh, the boy.
Edgy baby is my baby.
Oh, Lenu. Gracie, your turn.
Edgy baby, yes, my baby.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Means a lot.
We appreciate it, man. Thank you for joining us. We had so much fun. Again, next week we'll be live with Pato Rankin on Ben Television, Chitchat with the Stars, with World Remit and Prime Airtime. Adekunle, go tune in to One Extra tomorrow.
I will. I'm ready.
The first official UK Afrobeat chart. You guys are going to love it. Trust me.
Ready.
The numbers are in.
All right.
All right, brother. Have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is why you